All right, good afternoon and welcome. Today is June 27th, and today is my trade, or I guess this is my trade recap video for today. These are futures. It was a mediocre day. It wasn't, oh man, my video is, I'm horribly backlit right now, so if it sees me, there it goes. See, it'll brighten up, but if it loses me, it'll darken up, so apologize for that. I'll try and keep looking at the camera. Anyway, we'll make this fairly brief. All in all, it was a decent day. It was kind of a tight ranging day at start, and then it opened up quite a lot. So I have a hard time with that. I have a hard time adapting to the changing market throughout the day. And so if it's ranging tight in the morning, I have a hard time seeing it going anywhere. And then even after it does, I don't believe it. So you'll see that here. So as a green day, I'll show my numbers. Kind of a funny story. The trade copier kind of goofed, but it made me some money. So I tried to get into a trade in gold, but I moved the order too late, and it said, the price has already hit there, and it gives you a little error message. But apparently half of my accounts triggered and the other half didn't. So I had to go flatten everything out, but I ended up making $90 per account. So that's why these guys are a little bit more. So overall it was a green day. We didn't quite make up what we lost yesterday. But up is up. We'll take it. So first of all, gold, actually performed pretty decently. I normally never take the first break of the opening range in gold. Oh, there's the dark again. And because of this happens, I mean, it did go up a little bit, but not far enough. I didn't take the break to the downside because it was going right into the 21 SMA here. And then I kind of wasn't paying attention here, which I'm glad. But there was no momentum. There was momentum here though, because we crossed the EMA, the SMA, we retested, and then we shot down. I entered. Let's see, zoom in here. So we got in, and it pushed down. It did hesitate quite a bit after my entry. So I was a little hesitant, after yesterday's trouble. And so I sold early. I sold at 5 and 10. This was 2 contracts, I think. So one I sold at 5 ticks, the other 10 ticks. You can see it definitely kept going down. Once it came back up, retested the 1 minute 9 EMA. I got in again. Same thing. I was really tight, so just kind of scalping my way down. Of course, it continued to drop all the way down here. So, but they were winning trades. And then later in the day, I came back, and I tried to talk myself into this one, and this one slapped me for a 10 tick loss right here. So we came down. We hadn't touched this EMA since up here. So, I mean, I guess we kind of touched it here. And that should have probably been my clue to stay out of this guy. But we did create a kind of a pivot low. We pushed up. I entered short, and it immediately pushed up on me. So I was expecting it to come back down to the low a day, which it did eventually. It just took it a long time. So 2 wins, 1 loss in gold. Let's see. What did I do in oil? Yeah, oil was kind of the same thing. It was just kind of chopping around. I really didn't feel comfortable with any of this. I mean, there was just no clear direction. Finally, when we broke out of the bottom of the open range, we come up a nice clean pullback on a downtrend. So I went ahead and I got in here. Again, I was really skittish. So I should have just let this one play out, obviously. I got in here, and on this candle, it just kept kind of bouncing back and forth, and it just wasn't making up its mind. And with how choppy it had been, I wasn't real confident in it. So I just set my sell or my buy order, I guess, to get out of it. 1 tick at basically break even, and that's what I did. Fortunately, it did go. So if you see this, I mean, the entry after the touch would have been 1 tick lower. after the break of this candle, which would have been 68.32. And you can see it drops down to a low of 67.95. 67.95, so 37 ticks. So that's that. And then I did leave for the middle part of the day. So that was my gold trade. RTY. What did I do in RTY? RTY was the same thing. It was just chopping around. In retrospect, this would have been a nice entry here because we had a pivot high. We pulled down to the red line. We have kind of confluence here. We got the mid-range of the box. We've got the overnight open, this gold line here. We've got the EMAs both stacked up here. So in retrospect, this would have been a nice entry, but it was just really choppy, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. Once it did come back down to the gold line, I did get in this 5-minute 9 EMA. I got in at the break here, and again sold out kind of early, but that kind of worked out. Now, if you'd have held it, if you're a really patient trader and said, well, I'm going to leave my stop loss down here below the pivot and just wait till it hits my target, eventually it does go 20 ticks. So 56.5, so that'd be 58.5 was right here. Okay, so eventually it did pull back, but it did eventually move up there without threatening your stop loss if you had your stop loss below that pivot. So that's just an example. And I think that's really about it. So again, I wasn't, I did try one here, didn't I? Oh, this was a loss. I forgot about this one. This was after I came back from my lunch break. I was trying to find something. And so we crossed over. We created a new low over here. We came up. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this one. We created pivot low. We came up. I got in on the break of this candle here because I basically, it barely tapped the line. So it was kind of a shaky entry. And I had moved my stop loss down to just 1 tick above these candles. So if I'd have actually left it at 10 ticks, which is the ATM is set up at, that would have been 67.4, 68.4. 4 would have been here. Never would have hit my stop loss. Once it does come up and actually pierce through that EMA and pull back, my entry would, this would have been a better entry. And man, oh, look, it's tanking now. This would have been the entry, right? So we could have gone down to 65.2 up to 67.5. So there's your, yeah, not quite your 20 ticks, but pretty close. Wow, market's really taking a dump. I'll bet ES is too. Oh, not quite. All right. Anyway, that's my trade recap. Kind of a boring day. Nothing. I just really wasn't feeling it today. There's some days when you just, things feel good, and then other days when you feel like you're just having a hard time reading what's going on. And today was one of those days. So happy for the green day. The next couple of days I'll be traveling, so I will be trading as I travel. But I'm not sure how the trade recap videos are going to work out. So we'll see. Anyway, hopefully you had a good day. Feel free and like, subscribe, and share with us. If you do see this before July 6th, 2023, Apex is offering a discount, 90% off all eval accounts. So that makes a $50,000 account something like $18. It's a really, really cost-effective way to get in, get practicing, get trying this stuff out. Low risk, right? That's all you're risking is your $18. So good opportunity to take advantage of it while you can. I'll leave the discount code down below so you'll have access to that, which if you see this after July 6th, that discount code will get you the best discount that's available at the time. So you can give it a try. Anyway, we'll talk to you later. Hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.